one has to think of a function whose derivative is tan x plus x is equal to 1. So, one should ask the question himself, okay, what is the function f x whose derivative is tan x plus x is equal to 1. Okay. Means, this thing is the reverse process of differentiation, means integration. So, one can integrate the equation tan x plus x is equal to 1 and get the required function. But sometimes by observation also you can identify what should be taken as the function f of x, so that the derivative is the given equation tan x plus x is equal to 1. Let us see. F of x is equal to, the given equation is tan x plus x is equal to 1. This is the given equation. Now, this equation I will simplify, because I want to think of a function whose derivative is this equation. So, I will write it as sin x upon cos x plus x minus 1 equal to 0. This is same as sin x plus x minus 1 into cos x is equal to 0. Okay. Now, you observe this expression carefully, you will find sin x, cos x and x minus 1, 3 functions. This whole expression you can think, if you observe very carefully and deeply, that this is a derivative of some known function, What is that known function? See, the sin derivative is cos and x minus 1, the x minus 1's derivative is 1, derivative of x minus 1 is 1. So, this is actually the derivative of this product function x minus 1 into sin x. If I define my function f x to be f x is equal to x minus 1 into sin x, then taking this as u and this as v, you can see derivative of x minus 1 is 1, which is here, and derivative of sin x as it is, then x minus 1 as it is, and derivative of sin x is cos x. So, u into v rule gives us this derivative. Thus, we think that this should be taken as the function f x in order to prove the required result. Okay. Let us define this function f from closed interval 0, 1 to r, f x is equal to x minus 1 into sin x. This is our function. Now, you observe that this x minus 1 function is a polynomial function, this is sin x is a trigonometric function, both are everywhere continuous and everywhere differentiable. So, they are also continuous on closed interval 0, 1 and differentiable on open interval 0, 1. Hence, the product function, that is f x, is also continuous on closed interval 0, 1 and it is also differentiable on open interval 0, 1. So, this function f x satisfies the first two conditions of Rolle's theorem. Moreover, if I find f of 0 by putting x equal to 0 in this, 0 minus 1 into sin 0, 0 minus 1 into sin 0, which is equal to 0, because sin 0 is 0. Again, f of 1, that is 1 minus 1 into sin 1, and that is also 0. So, therefore, we have f of 0 is equal to f of 1. This is proved, f of 0 is equal to f of 1 is proved. So, this function f x satisfies all the 3 conditions of Rolle's mean value theorem. Hence, by the Rolle's theorem we can see, or we can find, there exists some c belongs to open interval 0, 1 such that f dash of c equal to 0. F dash of c is equal to 0. Let us call this as result number 1. So, I have to find f dash of c. What is f dash of c? The function f x is x minus 1 into sin x. The derivative of f x, that is f dash x, will be first x minus 1 derivative is 1, sin x as it is, then x minus 1 as it is, and derivative of sin x is cos x. Okay. So, remember, we want to find the value of the derivative at x equal to c, because I want to put it equal to 0. So f dash of c is equal to sin c plus c minus 1 into cos of c. But this is equal to 0 according to our result number 1. So we get sin c plus c minus 1 into cos c is equal to 0. Again I am rewriting that equation. The last equation which is obtained was sin c plus c minus 1 into cos c is equal to 0. And then if I divide by cos c, I will get tan c plus c minus 1 is equal to 0. Dividing this by cos c. So this means we get tan c plus c is equal to 1. This says that this number x equal to c satisfies the equation tan x plus x is equal to 1. And what is x? What is c? This c lies in the open interval 0, 1. So we have proved that the equation tan x plus x is equal to 1 has a solution in the open interval 0, 1. So root of this equation lies between 0 and 1. So friends, whenever you want to prove the root of some equation lies between some two numbers, always apply the Rolle's theorem and think of a function f(x) whose derivative is the given function. Let us see the next example on the screen. It is also of the same type. You can see on the screen the second example. If 3a minus 4b plus 6c minus 12d equal to 0, then show that one root of this equation, what is the equation given? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d lies between minus 1 and 0. The condition given is 3a minus 4b plus 6c minus 12d equal to 0. This is the given condition. Now if I want to obtain this equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0, I will define a function f. If you observe carefully, we want to show that for that given equation the root lies between minus 1 and 0. So I am defining a function on minus 1 to 0 as f of x is equal to a into x raised to 4 upon 4 plus b into x cube upon 3 plus c into x square upon 2 plus dx. I am taking this function. Friends, you observe that this function is actually the integration of that equation which you can see on the screen. Again, see on the slide, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. If you integrate this polynomial, what you will get is the integral of x cube is x raised to 4 upon 4, then plus b into x raised to 3 upon 3 plus c into x cube upon x square upon 2 plus dx. That thing I have taken as the function f(x) here. So this is our function for proving the required result. Now let us verify all the conditions of the Rolle's theorem. What is this function? This function is a polynomial function of degree 4. So every polynomial, as we know, it is continuous and differentiable everywhere. So this f of x is also continuous on closed interval minus 1 to 0, differentiable on open interval minus 1 to 0, and moreover let us check what is f of a and f of b. First I will find f of 0. Here every term contains x, so f of 0 is clearly 0. And what is f of minus 1? F of minus 1 is, putting x equal to minus 1 everywhere, you will get a upon 4, x minus 1 raised to 4 is plus 1, then minus b upon 3 because minus 1 cube is minus 1, plus c upon 2 and minus d. So this is the value of the function at x equal to minus 1. I want to prove that f of 0 is equal to f of minus 1. Here f of 0 we are getting 0, but f of minus 1 we are not getting 0. But let us simplify this and you will see some interesting thing. What is the LCM of these three numbers, 4, 3 and 2, 12. So, let us take that 12 common, 1 upon 12 common from this, and then simplifying you will get 3a minus 4b plus 6c minus 12 into d. If you take 1 by 12 common from this expression, you will get this thing. And you know very well, in the statement of the problem, we are given that this value is 0. This value is 0. So, therefore, we get 1 upon 12 into 0, which is equal to 0. Hence, these two values are equal. F of 0 and f of minus 1, these two are equal. F of minus 1 is equal to f of 0. So, this function ax cube ax raised to 4 upon 4 plus bx cube upon 3 plus cx square upon 2 plus dx satisfies all the conditions of the Rolle's theorem. Therefore, we can find some number between minus 1 and 0. There exists some c belongs to open interval minus 1 comma 0 such that f dash of c is equal to 0. F dash of c is equal to 0. Now, as this is a simple function, I will put the value directly. What is the derivative of this? Derivative of x raised to 4 is 4x cube. So, 4 will be cancelled and you will get a into x cube. This is the f dash x I am writing here, a into x cube, derivative of x cube by 3. So, it is x square, 3x square, 3 gets cancelled. So, bx square, then similarly cx plus d. Okay. And putting x equal to c here, we see that f dash c equal to 0, f dash c is equal to 0 gives us a into c cube plus b into c square plus c into c plus d equal to 0. This is different from that, see. Okay. In order to distinguish, let us call this as say c1. Let us call this as c1. So, we have f of c1, f dash of c1 is equal to 0 and we will get this thing. Okay. What does this mean? ac1 cube plus bc1 square plus cc1 plus d equal to 0 means x equal to c1, this value satisfies this equation. It satisfies this equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. And therefore, we say that root of this equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0 is between minus 1 and 0, because this c1 belongs to minus 1 comma 0. Now, let us see the third problem on the screen. You can see on the screen, prove that b minus a upon b less than log b upon a less than b minus a upon a, where 0 less than a less than b, means if a and b are any two positive real numbers where a is less than b, then prove that b minus a upon b is less than log b upon a is less than b minus a upon a. Now, these type of problems are also very important in your exams. See, to prove such inequalities, we always try to use Lagrange's theorem, because mostly all the problems of this type follows from the Lagrange's mean value theorem. But how to apply Lagrange's theorem? Because if you want to apply Lagrange's theorem, then you need a function f(x) which is continuous on closed interval, differentiable on open interval. Then you can use that formula of the Lagrange's theorem for some c. So, for this, let us think from the given inequality here. We want to prove this b minus a upon b less than log b upon a less than b minus a upon a. I want to prove this thing. And you know what is the Lagrange's theorem formula? That is fb minus f of a upon b minus a is equal to f dash of c. This is Lagrange's theorem formula. So, I will express this middle part in this form. You know, as a is less than b, this b minus a is positive. So, if I divide by b minus a, what I will get is this 1 upon b less than this log b upon a I am writing as log b minus log a upon b minus a less than 1 upon a. Now if you compare this and this, compare these two, then tell me what should be taken as the function f(x). It is clear, denominators are same, and if I take f(x) equal to log x function, then I will get f(b) is equal to log b and f(a) is equal to log a. So this suggests, this is our rough work, our thinking process, okay, how to consider the function f(x) to apply the Lagrange theorem. So to prove the required inequality, I will start with the function f(x) defined on closed interval a b to r as f(x) is equal to log x to the base e. Now this function, as you know, it is log function and it is continuous and differentiable on its domain. Here a and b are positive, so it is also continuous on closed interval a b and differentiable on open interval a b. So this function f satisfies both the conditions of Lagrange's theorem, and therefore we can find some number c belongs to open interval a b such that f of b minus f a upon b minus a is equal to f dash of c, is equal to f dash of c. So let us call this as result number 1. I will find all the values in this result and substitute here. F dash c is what? Derivative of f(x) at c. The function is log function, it is very simple function here. Its derivative at c means f dash x, which is 1 upon x, and the value is obtained at x equal to c is 1 upon c. So by putting all the values, what is f of b? Log b. What is f of a? Log a upon b minus a. This is as it is, and this is equal to f dash of c. This f dash of c is 1 upon x, so it is 1 upon c. I am getting this value, but I do not want to prove this equality. What I want to prove is that required inequality. This I want to prove this thing. So for proving this, I have to get inequality somehow, and that can be easily done with the help of this important thing. What is c here? This c is a constant between a and b. So it means we have a less than c less than b.